New year, new gear. What's up everybody, I'm Dan and welcome back to Backpacking Adventures, where we talk about everything backpacking, hiking, and gear. And if you're new to this channel and those things interest you, consider subscribing, but make sure you hit that bell notification so you don't miss a thing. Now that spring is finally here and the weather is warming up, I'm gonna be starting to go on much longer trips than I did during the winter. And I have a bunch of trips planned for this hiking season. And today I'm gonna go over some of the new gear that I got that I'm gonna be using during those trips. Now last year I did switch to primarily using my tent setup, and I did this for my longer trips, and I can't tell you enough, I loved it. And this year I'm probably gonna be doing much of the same. So all my new gear, for the most part, is geared for my tent setup. And I'll have links to all this gear in the description. Let's get into it. Over the last couple years, I have been dialing down my gear, and I have basically had the need to purchase smaller and smaller volume-wise backpacks. But for my main hiking season, which is mainly the warmer months, I've been progressively getting smaller and smaller packs. And that is mainly because my gear is either getting smaller and smaller or lighter, or I'm just not taking as much. Over the past year, I've refined my gear even further, and I got to the point where for a few days trips, it doesn't really fill up my backpack. I still have a lot of extra room, and I kind of have to loosely pack things to fill up some of the space. And you'll probably notice on some of my last trips, I don't wear a hip belt. I got to the point where I just don't like one. And honestly, I just don't need one. My gear and my base weight is that low that it doesn't really make a difference. So again, I went looking for my next perfect pack. And what did I come up with? The Waymark Gear Evolve Backpack. Now, I don't quite have this backpack yet, but I did order it a little bit ago, and I should get it in the next couple weeks. Now, this is a 35-liter total volume pack. The main body is 25.9 liters, and the external pockets are about 9.1 liters, so that totals 35 liters overall. Now, something a little bit different with how they measure the liters of this pack is the main body is 25.9 liters, but according to their website, that volume is calculated after you roll the top down 3 times to simulate that you're closing your pack. This is made of X-Pack, not Dyneema. Now this isn't as water resistant as a lot of the Dyneema packs because you can't seam tape it. This has a big Lycra pocket, which I love those Lycra pockets, and it also has 2 big side water bottle pockets that I believe can each fit 2 smart water bottles. It has a top compression strap and also line locks on the sides. It has an ice axe lube and an adjustable shock cord above it, so you can use it for your trekking poles or an ice axe, of course. And best of all, this pack is specifically designed to be used without a hip belt. It does have load shifters on the top, and the way that the straps are designed, they're designed to disperse the weight so it's not resting all on your shoulders, but yet you don't need a hip belt. And with all that, it's designed so that when you carry your load on your back, it doesn't droop down or droop away from your back. And I am really excited to get this pack. I think this is gonna be between my Hilltop pack, my 40 liter for winter, and this pack. I think these will be my perfect packs. Next is my custom food bag from Hilltop Packs. You've probably seen these before. They're pretty much all over the place now. Everybody has them, everybody wants to get them. And I think they're pretty unique. They are totally customizable. Hilltop Packs can put pretty much any picture on it or any design. They also have pre-made designs and funny designs that you can also choose from. It comes in 2 sizes, small and large, and this is the large version with the flat bottom. The small one is for about 1 to 3 days, and the large is for about 5 to 7 days. And you can get this in 2 weights of Dyneema, 1.43 ounces and 2.92. Mine is a 2.92, it's a little bit thicker, it can hold the picture a lot better, and it's just overall more durable. And these are pretty light too. The small weighs about 1.2 to 1.5 ounces, and the large weighs from 1.3 to about 1.9 ounces. And that's dependent on the type of material you choose. And you can even get something called the Stash It, which is basically a pocket on the inside that they'll put in that basically is used to store your spoon. And if you follow Hilltop Packs on Instagram, they're always posting pictures of all their new products out there and their new designs. And it's just fun to look at all the creative designs. So to make sure you go check them out. Next on my list is something I never thought I would buy, and I always kind of made fun of the idea, but it's this little guy. It is a bidet. Yes, I'm gonna try a bidet. And when I go backpacking, I'm finding that I'm always taking a bunch of toilet paper. And it can be heavy and it just takes up some room in my pack. Plus, it's not the best for the environment. And over the past year or so, I've been seeing more and more backpackers use these, and they swear by them, and they don't even take toilet paper at all anymore. So they really started to interest me, and now I got one. Basically what you do is this attaches to your water bottle, your smart water bottle or whatever, and you do your business, and then when you're done, you squirt and you clean yourself off. And if you do it right, which I hope I do, you might not even need to take toilet paper, which is even better for leave no trace in the environment. When you're ready to go, you just stick it on your water bottle and you're ready to go. Now, I hope this works well for me. I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna practice this before I use it out in the trail at home, and I just hope it doesn't go horribly wrong. Next on the list is my brand new sleeping pad for this season, and it's the Thermarest Neo Air Uber Light. This pad is crazy light and tiny. Now this is the regular size, which is 72 inches long and 20 inches wide. I did not get the wide version. My other Thermarest, all my other Thermarests are the wide version, but to save the weight and because my arms fall off my pads anyway and it'll be summertime, so it really won't be that cold, I figured I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna try out a regular size pad. This is made of lighter material. It is a 15D nylon and it's pretty light, and when you first feel it, it kind of feels almost like a trash bag, but it's pretty durable. A lot of people do say this is delicate, and it's an ultralight pad, so you're just gonna have to be a little bit more careful with it. And if you take care of it, you're not gonna have any issues. This isn't as warm as the X-Lite. This only has an R value of about 2.3, which probably will get you roughly high 30s, maybe, but definitely in the 40s and above. So I don't really think it's for a full, complete 3 season. I think this will be, for at least for me, the way I sleep, probably mid to late spring to mid to early fall. This thing is light. It weighs 8.8 ounces with the stuff sack, and without it's only 8.4 ounces. And I'm telling you, this thing packs down small. This thing is about the size of a soda can, so if you use a stuff sack even, it packs down really small. I got this pad not so much for the weight savings, even though I will be saving about 6.6 ounces of weight from my other sleeping pad, but this just saves a lot of space, which allows me to have that smaller pack and that smaller profile on my back. And because it's not as insulated, it doesn't have that little insulating layer in there, which is what gives it that chip bag crackly sound. So this pad is just totally quiet. As far as the material and comfortable, I laid on this for a while. This thing is comfortable. It's just like my other sleeping pads. And I'm really looking forward to getting a lot of nights on this new pad. Now, to go along with my new sleeping pad is my new air pump. Do I need an air pump? No. Am I lazy? Yes. This is the Thermarest Neo Air Micro Pump. This thing is very small and very powerful. And it's not too noisy either. It's not really that loud. It'll pump an air pad up in 3 minutes. I'll take that over having to blow up the sleeping pad myself any day. This thing is super light. It's very small, number one, and it only weighs 2.3 ounces, and that's with the batteries. This will pump up your air mattress 25 times before you have to replace the batteries. Now, this is proprietary to the Thermarest pads, where they, specifically the newer ones that have the wing lock valve. So if you have a new Thermarest X-Lite, Uber Light, or X-Therm, this thing will work for it, provided you have that new wing lock. So because this thing is so small, I wish, this is one of those things I wish I would have got sooner. This thing is gonna go on every one of my backpacking trips. Next is my new pillow. This is the Sea to Summit Aeros Premium Pillow in the large version. My previous pillow was the Trekology pillow, and I love that pillow, but I wanted to get something, since now I'll be spending probably a lot more time in my tent as opposed to a hammock. I wanted something just a little bit softer, more comfortable, and that sits a little higher up. This pillow is a little bit wider and a little bit higher than the Trekology pillow. This pillow has a softer kind of polyester outside layer, which is a lot softer against the skin instead of that plasticky feel that I got from the Trekology. And in addition to that, this has a layer of synthetic insulation on here, which makes this incredibly soft, almost like a regular pillow at home, and it helps wick away moisture on those hot, sticky nights. It inflates in like 2 or 3 breaths, and it does pack down pretty small. Now this is a little bit heavier from my other pillows. This comes in at about 3.6 ounces, and I think to me it is worth the wait. I used this a couple times this year already, and it's very comfortable. I really like this pillow. What new gear do you have for this new year? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you like it and subscribe and all that. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.